I know that as video gamers and people who play video games and everything, we've often asked ourselves, why don't we get any kind of respect? It's a fair enough question. Why aren't we treated with any kind of respect? We also kind of wonder why aren't games treated with any kind of respect? Um, I mean, when Hollywood ever tries to adapt any movie um, or any game into a movie, then it almost always turns out horrible, or at best passable. Um, Not even that good. Certainly nowhere near as good as the game was. And well, a lot of people try to pass it off as, oh, it's incredibly hard to translate into. No, actually, some of these have very easy to translate, very already cinematic plot lines. Um, some of these should be more than easy to turn into a movie. It's like it's already written for you. All you got to do is cut out the parts that aren't crucial and find a way to streamline them and patch them together, right? And there you go. It's actually pretty darn easy. Um, but what um, but if you really want to know why we get no respect, look at how Hollywood views us, the people who play the games. Not even just gaming itself, ignore the games. Look how they think of the people who play them. Um, Look at how they're always portrayed. Slackers, not very intelligent, completely out of touch with reality. Everything somehow has to remind them of some game or other, especially if it's an MMORPG joke. You know, I mean, just look around at it. And the Spike VGAs, for example, right there shows how much they do not know gamers, because they every single thing they trotted out there is something that they thought we'd find absolutely rip-roaring, hilarious, and entertaining, and it was just plain brain-numbingly, insultingly stupid for the most part. It really was. I mean, culminated with a guy in military uniform coming out and basically teabagging a Call of Duty developer. I mean, seriously, this is what they think we're into. This is what they think we find funny, which is why they don't give a crap when they put something out. They put out something really lowbrow, unintelligent, stupid, and they figure we'll like it because hey, this is what we're into. And the reason they think it's what we're into is because that's also how they view games in general, an inferior, unintelligent art form that they can often improve upon, in their opinion. Um, so, I mean, oh god, think about it. Every single time that they've tried to do that, every time they've, taken a game and tried to turn it into a movie, they break it down into only the most base elements of it. Like, it's like they write it based on reading about it on Wikipedia. Figure, okay, well, this doesn't have enough meat to it, so we need to add this, this, and this, even though this, and this actually contradicts something that's in the game, which proves they didn't even really look into it that thoroughly. And then, um, well, we wind up with crap. But of course, some people will pay to see it because they figure, hey, we should be considering ourselves lucky that we got anything at all. No. See, when they throw you inedible slop, you don't eat the slop thinking, hey, it could be worse, I could be getting nothing. That'll just kill you faster. Um, but seriously, and no, I'm not trying to equate movies with death here, people. Seriously. Um, but this is how they think of us. I mean, Cartoon Network even. Look at that new series they got coming out. Plus that movie. That stupid Level Up crap. That's how they view people who play games. That's how they view gamers. Even the interviews with the kids who star in the show, who are supposed to be these huge gamers and crap. In real life, they talk about, oh yeah, I'm a huge gamer. We sit there, we play all night, we yell, crazy stuff into our headsets. It's like the what? They literally that's why they're a gamer, because they're the ultimate stereotype of a gamer. Again, This is why we get the crap we get. This is why we are spoon-fed the BS. And to be perfectly blunt, it's not going to stop until we put a stop to it. Until we put our foot down and say that no, we're not going to patronize you if you're going to treat us like we're mentally impaired man-children. They're going to keep doing it because we just accept it. And what's worse is that there are actually people out there being apologists on their behalf, basically saying that, oh, this is part of the culture, even if it's not you personally, you need to accept. No, it's actually a minority in it. But to sit there and say that we have to accept how they treat us just because some people really do act that way, so what? So what? Some minority folks actually act blatantly like the racial stereotypes. Does that mean that it's perfectly okay to treat them all like they're like that? No. No, it's wrong. It's, to play to a stereotype, to think that you have to just because that's the only way you're going to get any kind of love. To think that you have to play to a stereotype just because there are people who act that way, it shows you have no self-respect. I'm just calling it like I see it here. But yes, this is why we get the crap that we do. And since we're on the subject of video games and movies, next video, Super Mario Brothers. I'm going to tell you why it may not be quite so far off as people have thought for so long. And this will be fun.